Hello, I welcome you to this very important and special episode in Gumption Garden. So today what I'll be doing is tell us more about time management. So why do you need to prioritize time management and what are the benefits of time management? And how can you also manage your time well? Those are the things that we'll be talking about in this particular topic. But this topic will be taken in about 2 to 3 parts and you shouldn't miss any of them. So this is the first part of the topic and what I'll be talking about is just what time management means generally. So stay with me to the end of this video because after this particular first part, you'll know more about time management. Yeah, welcome you back from the short break. So let's go straight into the topic, time management. So what does time management mean? Time management is simply a way of taking control of your time. Taking control of your time in the sense that you are the one to decide what you end up doing and what you don't do. And it's also a way of taking control of the little time you have to make sure that even the things you do are the right things at the right time. You can have all the time to yourself and end up doing the right things in the wrong time and then even doing the wrong things in the right time. So time management is very crucial, especially as a student or as a worker. Yes, even as much as people talk about time management and as important as the topic might sound, how much of this do you practice? Time management is just a way of controlling your time, but how much do you have control over your time? Are you just a free person and anything can just come into your space and steal away your time? Time management is very practical, but I can tell you that time management is more of emotional and mental than practical. You see, if you have a lot to do, at that point you'll feel very stressed and nervous. In fact, you'll be so fagged out. But if you are a kind of person that have taken control over your time, you should have a mechanism to fit in that into that stress period. For example, you've gone out since morning and you had a very long day. At the end of the day, it's normal to feel very tired. But at that point also, you might have a lot undone. But if you are a kind of person that do not have the mental strength to hold stress, there's a probability for you to make bad use of your time. So time management is more of mental and emotional. Yes, even as important as this topic might sound, time management, how much of your time do you manage? Or are you just a very free person and anyone can just come into your space and steal away your time? Any activity can just pop up and you jump on it. That's not the trait of a person that is time conscious. Next, also, I would love to tell you that time management is also very important. Yes, it's very important. But I see that before you can say you want to manage or gain control over your time, you have to make sure that you have a good self-management system already. Time management is just a way of gaining control over your time, but if you don't even have control over yourself, you can't have control over your time. So have control over the things you do, the things you can't do. There are people that are just so free and anything that comes their way, they just jump on it. That way you won't be able to manage and gain control over your time. But if you're a kind of person that is so disciplined that nothing, no even activity, no matter how important it is, if it can be delegated or delayed, it can't just come into your space and steal away your time. So make sure you have a good self-management system. You are not the kind of person that is so engrossed in activities that are not necessary. They may be important, but at that point they are just not necessary. So you should make sure that you have a very good self-management system. Self-management will help you so much in the process of time management. Yes, another important way through which your time can be managed properly is through setting priorities. But people misunderstand this fact because people think that setting priorities will give you more time. But that is a lie because when you have activities to do in a day and you have about, let's say, 10 activities for a single day, and you arrange them in order of importance, the most important comes first and then the least important below, you will end up spending same number of hours for all the activities. Let's assume that you have to spend 5 hours for the important ones and then a total of 2 hours for the least important or the less important ones. At the end of the day, you see that you spent a total of 7 hours. So the thing about setting priorities is that it won't give you more time. It will only make you have control over your time. And then doing the activities that are more important first is an avenue to be more efficient. Because when you start with the easy ones, in fact, you might spend more time on the less important ones, and then when it's time to do the real important ones, you won't have the energy and the zeal that you need to even do the important ones. So setting priorities is very important, but don't think that setting priorities will give you more time. It won't add to your time. It will only give you more control over the time. But if you don't set priorities, it will reduce your time. Yes, because not setting priorities will make you spend more time on things that are not even important. They may be necessary for that day, but they are not really important. And when you spend more time on them, the more important ones will be the ones to suffer for it. Yeah, so thank you very much for listening till this very point. So this will be all for the first part of this series. Subsequent parts will come up very soon, and I wouldn't want you to miss any of them. Time management is very important, and you need to inculcate the act. Time management again is a way of gaining control over your time to make sure that you end up doing what you're supposed to do at the right time. So thank you very much and see you in the next video.